Double Bill is a show we're going to present in the Pit Theatre, and as it implies, it's made of two halves. So one of the halves of the show is using spoken word poetry by Kate Tempest, and it tells the story of Tiresias, who we know maybe as the blind prophet from the story of Oedipus and Antigone. But what I didn't know about Tiresias was that he had this whole life before he became the blind prophet. He was born a male, and the gods turned him into a female as a kind of punishment. And he was a female for 7 years, and then they turned him back into a male. And only later in life, they took his eyes away, but gave him insight. I've sort of drawn to that story because of the gender fluidity of the character. It's made for 4 dancers. So 2 people are Tiresias, so myself and Alex, who looks a lot like me. So it kind of works for that.
I've been with Julie since the start. We first met up, we met for something to eat, and we noticed that a lot of our characteristics on the table, how we were kind of positioned, where we were facing, where we were looking, was all very similar. And I remember sitting there aware of it, and I remember just sort of being like, don't copy, why are you copying Julie? But it kind of worked out that we kind of had something so alike that could kind of run, and I really felt like that was what we had at the beginning.
Kate has written a series of poems from a book called Hold Your Own, which episodically tell the story of Tiresias, so tell of the boy, the woman, the man, and the prophet. And each section of the work moves through these places. I'd never thought about choreographing something to spoken words, because usually in dance you dance to music. So that's quite unusual to think about spoken words, because the rhythm of the voice of the speech is different from a regular beat of music.
Working with spoken word is very kind of on the beat. You kind of have something to push the movement forward, whereas music, you kind of, I think a lot of dancers kind of feel the music. I personally, if it's a beautiful piece of music, I'll kind of just let my body go and just let it kind of be carried by the music. With the spoken word, it's like you are both hand in hand. It's very much along the way, along the journey, you're kind of together on that.
I still feel that from going from dancer, performer to choreographer is still a big transition. It's a lot more responsibility, and it's not only thinking about making a dance, but there are so many other things that come with it, like being a lot more organised and being early for every rehearsal, not the last person in, and it also doesn't stop at the end of the day. It continues just all the time. So that feels different, because you're kind of carrying the whole project and not just coming in for the day and doing your work and going home. So when thinking about making my own work, I'm definitely influenced by my past, and I'm not trying to get away from that either. So I'm definitely influenced by Julie Cunningham in the way that I move, because it's in my body, it's like part of my vocabulary, but I'm also trying to ask myself what else, and like what do I want to say.
Julie's choreography motivates me in a way that, because she pays so much attention to detail, precision, everything is, movement is on a word or a meaning, even though it's so linear and precise, there's actually so much thought that's gone into that movement.
I mean, I've been coming to the Barbican since 2004 as a performer, and it just feels nice that I can progress and continue my career alongside this organisation.